Hey everyone, and welcome to my guide for drifting with a roller beetle. It's important to note that this is only one method for drifting. There are many others, but this is one that I believe is good for beginners to both maximize consistency in turning and minimize speed loss. To start, let's talk about keybinds and camera. Firstly, you may use either the turn keys or the strafe keys to turn the beetle. The differences are subtle and don't matter most of the time. For simplicity's sake, I'll refer to both as turn keys in this video. While optional, it is recommended to check the Disable Conditional Mount Movement Ability input box at the bottom of the general options. This will separate boost from spacebar and drift from S. This option will affect all mounts, so keep that in mind before checking it. It's very important to have the drift bound to its own key. You can find this under the Mount Ability 2 in the controls menu. The default key is C. If you did not check the Disable Conditional Mount Movement Ability input, do not press S to drift. This will reverse your turning direction when pressing the turn key whilst drifting. For most people, I would recommend rebinding drift to another easier to reach key, as you would need to be able to press both the drift key and either turn key at the same time. I personally use the shift key to drift. This drifting method uses the camera as an analog steering mechanism, so it's important to be using either action camera or be holding right click. For most people, I would recommend using action cam, as it does not require holding a mouse button at all times. This is personal choice however, as I personally hold right click. Be careful when using action cam though, as pressing left click will dismount you. Now, to drifting. Let's see what this drifting technique looks like first, and then I'll explain the method.
I ascend into the sky under moonlight. Now somebody's gonna die. There I out of time, and I'm never giving out another load. With a line of blood flowing right into his eye, he could never see my arrival from the sky. And I swing my sign, he is heading to forever on his own. You might think that I'm not there to be frank, I just don't care. Till then you're running out of time.
There's a bit going on here, so I'll break it down. There are three distinct phases of the drift: the setup, the follow through, and the exit. The setup is simple. You prepare the beetle for the turn before reaching it by simultaneously pressing both the drift key and the turn key in the direction you want to go. This will rotate the beetle, but importantly, it won't change the direction it is moving in. Keep in mind, you will be forced out of the drift if you hold the drift key for too long, so don't begin the setup too early. Once you reach the corner, it's time for the follow through. Release the drift key and turn the camera towards your destination. Do not release the turn key yet. The exact speed to turn the camera depends a little on the sharpness of the corner, but it's something you'll get a feel for through practice. It is, however, quite gentle. There's no need to yank the camera around. During the entire follow through stage, repeatedly tap the drift key. This will aid in the control of the beetle, ensuring that it will go where you want it to. If you don't repeatedly tap the drift key, you may find the beetle is less responsive and harder to control. Finally, once you've finished turning the corner, simply release the drift key, then the turn key, in that order. The beetle will straighten itself. Let's go over it once more. Setup. Before reaching the corner, press and hold the drift and turn keys. Follow through. Still holding the turn key, turn the camera where you wish to end up and repeatedly tap the drift key. Exit. Release the drift and turn key. Something to keep in mind. You should be holding W or using auto run at all times while rolling around on the beetle. If you don't, the beetle will slow down at a faster rate. This applies while drifting and also while rolling normally. And with that, thanks for watching! I hope that this guide was helpful. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask in the comments and I will answer to the best of my ability. See ya!